Do you know there was a day I drove more than I think 15 kilometers to arrive to where I work. And I could not remember how I started the car. Actually, I could not remember how I completed to take shower, to dress, to walk down the stairs, because I usually use the stairs for fitness. And to start the car, until today I've never recalled. Even together, they removed the lock so that I cannot lock. All the locks in the room they removed so that I cannot lock. Yeah. At least they can be keeping check on me.
Hey good people, welcome to Wakilisha Podcast. Niko na
Kosi
na mimi Lucheli hapa. Tuko Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. Make sure umeingia pale hivyo ukatusupport. Majamaa mkitusupport tutafika mbali huko juu.
West side. Yo, sleeves. Okay, skia. Poor people, for your nation. Blame on youth, poor future.
Hey guys, welcome back to Wakilisha Podcast. So today, I'm privileged, actually, I'm so privileged to host the founder of Mweu. Mweu is an international company. So my guest today is a lot. Like you cannot put him in a box. So today I'll give him an opportunity to introduce himself. So welcome.
Wow, thank you so much Wakilisha, and thank you for having me today. It's quite an honor for you having time to listen to my story. And the story is where we are going to discuss about how we can be able to understand the life. So for my introduction, my name is Joseph Mweu Kimeu. For in short, you can call me Mweu Services. And I am a QHSSC engineer in the terms of quality, health, safety, security, and environment. I'm also a psychologist, and currently studying my master's in business administration, specializing in leadership and accountability.
So today I want to ask to engage on mental health. This is a topic that you can't neglect. So here, especially for us who are abroad, I won't lie to you, most of the people I've encountered, throughout the year, we all most of the time go through these mental health issues. And from the background where I come from, these are things, especially for me as an African, I'm being brought up like not to share of what I'm going through. Most of the time I'm being told like as a man, you need to tackle like everything as like a man, like a lion. And sometimes it's a lot, and that's why I'm privileged to have you here. So please elaborate to us more about the mental health. So what is mental health?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Lucheli. And just before I speak about mental health, I just need to send one message. Mental health, we usually have a mental health day each year. And this year's mental health day will be held as from 12th to 18th of May 2025, with the topic shall be regarding community, how we can live in a community and how we can be able to live together as one. You know, we need to understand living together is key. Yeah. So that date is very much important, and now I can now explain what is mental health. Mental health is the degree of mental well-being. And there is mental illness, yes, which we'll discuss another time. Okay. That we can keep that one for another day. However, today let us speak on the positive side, the mental health. Okay. This is the ability to have a good mental well-being, whereby you can be able to make sound decisions, whereby you can be able to reduce the stresses which are there. Because I will not lie to you, stresses are there. Yeah. It's just the way you manage them. That is what you can be able to keep on the table to make sure that at least you can be able to manage them. So Mental health is the ability of having a well put mental capacity, whereby you can make decisions easy and you can be able to reduce the stresses in life.
Amazing, amazing. So, for example, for me, how do I know I'm unwell?
Immediately, let me tell you, the minute you see that you are just getting angry, or you are not able to concentrate, you cannot even remember where you have kept your pen. You are searching for a pen and you have it. Or you cannot remember a certain person's name. You are asking, it's a person who you know. Just in simpler terms, when you cannot be able to solve a problem.
Yes.
Because that is the beginning of showing that your mental well-being is not okay. So, firstly, you can be able to understand. You can rate yourself. You can know. You know when you perform very best in your duties. You know very best when you perform very best in your thinking. You know when you perform very best in your day-to-day communications. So if you see all of a sudden you are getting angered, you don't even like some sounds, some smells, some queer things, things which are normal. Even if they are birds which are chirping, you are like, they are making a lot of noise. That time, you need to revisit yourself. Just make sure to understand, am I really okay? Yeah. You need even to speak to a friend, a confident friend. We have friends, however, there is that particular friend. At least you can explain to them. Yes. Nowadays, I'm feeling like this. I cannot be able to concentrate. I cannot be able to drive very well. I cannot be able to even respond to an email, if it's an email, or maybe a WhatsApp message. And when I respond, the other person is not happy with my response. At least you need to interrogate yourself and find out what is really the problem. And that time, if you sit down and you conduct something called self-awareness, you'll be able to know how your mental health is doing.
That's very informative. So, perhaps for those who are watching us, so what causes like mental health? How do you know you're in a state that there's something that is causing this thing? Because you see, when we see on the news that people have taken their lives, for example, here in Kuwait, we had one of our brothers who was found in a room. He took his life. He was stressed and they found his body like after 2 days. So what can you say that this is the cause of mental health?
Well, that's a good question, because actually that is now the basics of what now you should use to interrogate your mental well-being. Yeah. I will classify the factors that cause mental health problems into three. There is those biological factors, there are those physiological factors, and there are those social factors. So let me break it down. In the biological factors, this is the way you are born, the genetic system in you. Maybe you have people who have problems with that. Maybe your relatives, maybe your siblings, maybe that is in the biological part. Then we have the physiological. This is whereby it's about the beliefs. What do you believe? Maybe you believe when you tell me about your future, I am going to make it a problem. It cannot happen. Yes. Yeah. Our future is held up by the God. Yeah. So there is no way, even if I tell you about my future, what I need to do in the future, you're going to affect it. If you're going to affect it, it is because it was not supposed to succeed. Yeah. So, number three, we have the social factors in the society. How you live in the society. Yeah. Maybe you are here, you want to compete with people. And competing with people is very much bad, to be sincere. Because the minute you start to compete, you are losing yourself. In that old classes, science classes, I remember class 4, 5, or 6, they were telling us matter occupies space. Yeah. No need to compete with anybody. Yeah. Just occupy your own space. Mm-hmm. So that is the third factor that differs problem, and it makes us people to become sick. Biological, physiological, and social factors. Yes.
Yeah, and I'll take on this that most of us especially the comparison one. It's as if I'm comparing my life to your life, and I don't know how you're operating like on your daily basis. You know, for example, if you speak about wealth, the way one person A acquired his wealth, and me being person B, and I don't know, and I think that it is all that. Maybe whatever, I just see that this a fellow colleague, we work together, but how comes he's driving, I'm not driving? But I don't know, maybe you have inheritance or other ways that you get your money or your source of wealth. And I can take on the comparison part, being one of the biggest causes of mental health problem. And I agree with you 100%. So are there any measures to prevent?
Mental health. Wow, that question is very tricky. Actually, there is no specific way of prevention.
Yeah.
I can tell you for free. However, as a person, you need to make sure that you understand yourself. If you have self-awareness as a person, you not start having pressures from outside. Yeah. Maybe in a relationship, your spouse or your best person tells you that they need something which they saw with another person in another family. Actually, you are able, if you are self-aware, you will be able to respond to the person in a very good way, a calm way, whereby you can be able to maintain the relationship. So, is there a way of prevention of mental health problems? I can say no. However, I can also say yes. Just be you. Just be you. You know, when you are calm, it's very much easy for you to do a lot of good things. When you are calm, you can be able to make a business deal. When you are calm, you can be able to make a good part of job where you work. You can get a pay hike. You can get a promotion when you are calm. Because when you are calm, you are collected, and you are in a position to make sure that you can be able to do your best.
Yeah.
So
the right decisions.
You can only make them when you are calm. You know, calm is a wider word whereby it has a lot of decision is there. Accepting yourself is there when you get self-aware of yourself. Yeah. Treating people well. You know, when you are kind to people, when you are kind-hearted, it becomes very, very, very much good for your life. Anytime you see a person, just understand that person how they are. Be calm with them, be kind-hearted. You know, by the way, people out here, they are experiencing a lot of things. And if you see me walking, I am crossing the road and I am not even looking if the vehicles they are coming. And you are the driver who is driving the car. Don't honk. Yeah. Just please calm down. Let me pass. Because maybe I am not in that position. I cannot even know where I am. Yes. And these things happen. And then at last, some people, when they are in trouble, they get inside, they hold themselves. You put yourself in a silo. You know silo? Yeah. You enclose yourself inside there. Yeah. You don't want even people from outside to know what you are going on. Mm-hmm. You know? Yes. And that moment, that's when you cannot be able even to share what the problem you have. Okay. You cannot even be in a position to be able to discuss, or in a position people to see you, how you are behaving. Because I tell you, and I know you can agree with me, yes. Even our fellow viewers, dear viewers here, they can agree with me. Yes. Most of the time you can see how a person is. You can see them, how they are behaving. You can be able to make a conclusion about them. Although that might be taken like a judgment, I'm only saying a conclusion. Yes. No need to judge anybody. Mm-hmm. People are having a lot of problems out here. Yeah. Let me tell you. People, even some people, they're not money problem. Mm. People have relationship problems. Yes. Not even people, let's say they don't have relationship problems. People have problems with solving their own problems. That's a problem in itself.
Yeah.
So, actually, calmness is very much key. And if you are in a problem, please share.
Yes.
And if I am the person who you are sharing your problems to,
Yeah.
I should learn to keep zip.
Yeah.
If I know I cannot assist you, there's no need of going to tell person Y or person Z what are your problems. I should come back to you. I tell you, you know what? I really wanted to assist you.
Yes.
However, the way I'm feeling now, there is somebody who can be in a good position to assist you more.
Yes.
So I direct you to that person. Don't speak about a person's problem to another person. You don't know why they did not tell them. They chose you with a reason.
Yeah.
And that's something that I need to remind the viewers. Please,
Yes.
kindly, if I tell you my secret, die with that secret. There is a reason I chose you. Anyway, again, we cannot form other people's opinions. Maybe other people's opinions is if you tell me your secret, I'm going to broadcast it.
Yeah.
Anyway, that actually affects even the mental health status of that person. Suppose somebody told you that they don't have a job, like here, where we are working. And you know jobs is a problem here.
Yeah.
Then you start saying like, this guy just the other day, he was moving, he was good, he was not having time for us. No,
When he was having money.
don't judge. Status is very key. I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
And even the English says very correctly, birds of the same feathers fly together.
Yeah.
So when person Y has money, he or she gets the money from the meetings, the people he or she is meeting with.
Yes.
That's where he will be doing a lot of time to learn how to invest more.
Yes.
However, if they need that person, I have an advice for them.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you balance the life.
Okay.
Again, always keep a special room somewhere for disappointments. Disappointments come. And when they come, they don't tell you, hello, we are coming. No, it's just,
One time.
and you are in trouble. So even if somebody loses employment, be empathetic. Listen to that person.
Yeah, especially on the loss of employment, I've always had this thing, especially for middle class people, like you are just one sickness away. Let's say, for example, you're the breadwinner of your family, and your mom or you have a son or a daughter somewhere. If that person is admitted, and for example, you're in this middle class, how we rate people, like we grade people that are middle class or whatever. You might live in middle class, and when no one is sick and everything is going well, you're paying your bills, you think you are rich. But there's a saying that you're just one mistake away, like one health issues away. If someone is sick, and then you find yourself, you're like, there's a hospital bill you need to pay. So being also humble, and as much as you want this status quo, it's very key.
That's why I told you about calmness. I told you calmness is a broad spectrum word.
Yeah.
It has the humility inside. It has also the intellectual inside, wisdom, respect, being kind, loving people, empathetic, good listener. Have you ever asked yourself why we have 2 ears?
Yes.
To listen twice.
Twice.
Talk once, that's why you have one mouth. And of course, see twice and smell twice.
This new.
It has been there, it is not new. It has been there.
For me, like I never thought it in this way. That's why you are here. You are making it even me like, So I only listened at times once, but when I listen again, it's now when I get the message clear. Now at least I can have this one.
Listen more.
Listen more.
Yeah.
Talk less, listen more.
Yeah.
So what are the cures of mental health?
Mental health. Firstly, as a person, you need to make sure that you are able to maintain your mental well-being. And because, as I said, something can come just once, you have to make sure that you are ready, to make sure you understand where you are.
Yeah.
That's very much key. Then, when you understand where you are, the environment you are operating in, it is very much good for you now to go ahead and understand how you can be able to get a solution, who you can go for support. Why am I speaking without mentioning the psychiatrist and going to hospital to get some medicine? There is still medicine
Yeah.
which you are supplied with when you cannot manage on your own. However, because I am not a specialist in the medicine, let me deal with the actual one which we can be able to manage us on our own. If you know you have a problem, number one, open up. Look for support. And the support is always around. Don't in one day assume that I will understand what you are going through fully without you opening up to me.
Yes.
I'll give you, let me first give you a case before I even go ahead.
Yeah.
In 2019, something like what's this? July 2019. I'll never forget that month of July 2019. Because myself, I was affected mentally. Myself. It happened. I lost somebody who is too much close to my heart in my family. My son. Engineer.
My condolences.
Yeah, engineer. Let him continue resting in peace.
Yeah.
Okay, when I learned about the death, I was scared once. Then after some time, the manly, the African man thing that,
Being alive.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Then the second day, the third day, now, I had 3 days off because I have lost somebody in my family. I had 3 offs from where I work. So first day, I was a little bit scared. I was able to manage myself. Second day, little bit, how I'm feeling now, something is not okay. I'm still communicating with the family back home in Kenya. And actually, they are telling me, just be strong, don't worry. This is the will of God. And I'm like, am I the one they are supposed to tell, or I'm the one who is supposed to tell them? Good thing. Let me tell you, when you live well with your family, they understand you. They know when you'll get much affected. So they were preparing me to make sure that when that time of getting affected will arrive,
Yes.
I'm ready psychologically, mentally, including physically. Then comes the third day.
Yeah.
Strong man. Fourth day, the ticket is there. I fly to Kenya. Now I arrive there. People, they are coming. They are, around here, not many people knew. Maybe only 2 or 3 people, close friends,
Yeah.
Back home, when they know you have arrived, calls, visiting you and all that. So, okay, now, when they started coming saying sorry for your loss, the problem started there. However, the good thing is that I did not go maybe to abuse alcohol or maybe other bad things. I didn't. For your information, I did not. Because I have always learned, when you have a clear mind, you will be able to make the best decision.
Yeah.
When you add something foreign in your system,
Yeah.
decision will not come. So fast forward, we go, we complete the burial ceremony and all that. Then a little bit of a please take heart, gentlemen.
Yes.
Of course, during the burial, I was the man. My wife, the mother of our son,
Yeah.
she was not okay. And of course, the sisters to the son, they were not okay. But I was there playing the man. Ha, ha, ha. All this keeping with me, it will come to a rapt when I came back now to Kuwait. Do you know there was a day I drove more than I think 15 kilometers to arrive to where I work. And I could not remember how I started the car. Actually, I could not remember how I completed to take shower, to dress, to walk down the stairs, because I usually use the stairs for fitness. And to start the car, until today I've never recalled.
With all these stop signs, in this country, like, it's very strict. Maybe there are some signs even you passed. I think you are so lucky.
I passed one red light. I will not mention because it will not is not good for us. And I passed one which I was later told about where I passed. Okay. So the good thing is that no accidents, nothing more. So when I arrived at my place of work, and I parked the car very well, and I switched it off, my mind came back again. By the way, where am I? Then I'm looking, I'm at my place of work. How did I come here? Now this comes now to the point of open up. I picked my phone and I called one of my colleagues at work. Yeah. He's a brother to me. Yeah. I will not say he's like, he is a brother to me. Although he's from another country, some things happen here and there. So I told him, you know what? I have just arrived at the parking. However, I cannot tell you how I arrived. And my colleague is like, wait a minute. Oh, I can see your car. Let me come to you. Then he came, then he was able to offer to me first aid. What was the first aid? He took the car keys. He drove me in his own car back to home. When I arrived at home, he went and he spoke to the building security that keep watch to that man. The building security came. Even together, they removed the lock so that I cannot lock. All the locks in the room, they removed so that I cannot lock. Yeah. At least they can be keeping check on me. So I'm speaking this one because, we might be speaking about mental health awareness, I be like the person who sits down, an architecture who draws. I'm not saying they are not good architectures, they are good. They draw a house and maybe they'll never even go to visit the house because when you call them, they will draw a very good design for you and then you can build. I have myself experienced mental health problem.
Okay, let me ask you about this one. So, for example, in your own story, so you had this friend that at least you had to pick a call and come and take care of you. And before you also told us about you need to find people that you can open up to, because it helps you also like to relieve the pressure, right? Yeah. So my question is, what happens if the people you're opening up to, they don't help?
Well, firstly, you need to be positive. Okay. Just make sure that you have that positive way of appreciating what the advice is coming. However, on the same, maybe you are on medication. Yes. Manage those medication. And when I mean medication, you might be sick, something else, and you are taking the medicine. And that medicine is affecting you in a way. You can also try something like yoga, meditation, walking, walking in the park, connecting with the nature. Or even walking inside a mall. Just go and you see how things they are. What is the price of this? What is the price of this? Pretend you are also buying. Do window shopping. Actually, it is very much therapeutic. Be with people. Yeah. The point is, ensure you are in the community. Make sure you are somewhere you can be noticed. And most important of all, agree that you are going to be well. If you cannot agree with yourself, who is going to agree with you?
Yeah, that's really well explained. So what I'll ask again, so what are the measures or what can I do if I have this ex-friend, person X, that I'm really worried. I'm really worried about a friend or a relative who is going through like a mental illness.
Wow. Do you know when it comes to what can I do?
Yeah.
That's a very tough question. Because what you can do, maybe that is what that person, they will not agree with you. Anyway, there are several ways where you can be able to manage this one. Number one, speak to the people to get regular exercises. Let the people have some time for exercises. And exercise does not need you go for weightlifting or walking is enough.
Yeah.
Let the people walk maybe at the seaside, somewhere where we have nature.
Yeah.
Try the basic things.
Yes.
Again, speak to those people. Understand them also as a person. Be empathetic to them, Agree with them that they have a problem.
Yeah.
And also agree with them that they have given you the responsibility and accountability. Because responsibility is different, accountability is different. Mm-hmm. Responsibility is task-oriented.
Yes.
Accountability is results-oriented. So they have given you the responsibility and the accountability to advise them on what to do.
Okay.
Be empathetic. Listen with them. Understand them.
Yes.
And that moment, they'll be able to listen and practice some of the things that you are going to tell them.
Yeah.
So there is a positivity, there is a you being empathetic, and you discuss with them how to move ahead. Also, advise them, ask them about their sleep. Are they having enough sleep? Because, basically, how many hours you are supposed to sleep. I will not mention the hours because they might differ.
Yeah.
And our viewers here might be asking like, how dare you say this number of hours and I am sleeping this number of hours and I'm still okay. I will not mention the number of hours. However, so long as you can be able to have enough good sleep and you can be able to wake up in the morning feeling okay, or even if you are halfway okay, when you take your shower, you feel, now I am good. Enough sleep is also very much important. Something else, diet. Speak to them about their diet. What are they eating?
Yes.
And again, I am not going to say that food type B is not good. I will not. Because it might be good to the viewer and not good to you.
Yes.
Or to me. So the diet also. Because some foods will also have some problem.
Okay.
They cannot be able to manage the system.
Yeah.
Then something else. Speak to them about their worries. Ask them, and what is that worrying you? Why do you feel that is a worry? Then understand them. Remind them that anything has a solution. And there was one time I was speaking in the social media after I received news about somebody who committed suicide. And I remember I spoke about making sure that you are not worried.
Okay.
Jobs,
Come and go. Yeah.
love,
It comes and go.
relationship.
They come and go, but but on the relationship and the love thing, no one goes to a relationship thinking that he wants to end it. But we can't run away from reality.
Yes.
They come and go.
They come and go.
Yeah.
And now, maybe we might discuss these three of them, and our viewers are like, why are you too much bent on that?
Yeah.
Even our own lives,
Yes.
as a person,
As a person,
there will be one time
you'll die.
you'll be 6 down.
Yeah.
So that sends you the answer that everything has a solution.
Yeah.
And if you listen to their worries, try to advise them on how to overcome the worries.
Okay.
If it is a worry about work, tell them don't worry. It is not available here. It will be open somewhere else.
Yeah.
Move with them. You know, if they are worrying about maybe some people do some investments and something happens,
Yeah.
tell them
Okay.
you are not supposed to earn in that investment. Be patient.
Yeah.
You'll earn in the next investment.
Okay.
What do I mean? Try to discuss their worries with them and try to make those their worries as less as possible and remind them once again. After that chapter closes,
Yeah.
there is always a next chapter.
Very nice. We are doing really good. Like you are really informing me a lot. I've learned a lot from this session today. So the next question, I think maybe I'll ask you: any personal struggles with mental health as a person, apart from the one you told me, like 2019. To be honest speaking, like individually, it's really tough, like to go throughout the year. There is always that month like you feel like yenyewe this month it was really hard on me. So like any experience like that you have undergone through in the past, and how did you help to overcome?
Well, just before I answer that question,
Yeah.
there is something I need to add regarding what to do to a person who has mental health problems. There is something you, as the person who is going to give the advice,
Yeah.
you need to have something we call CBT, cognitive behavior therapy.
Okay.
This is something whereby you are able to first understand yourself,
Yes.
your behavior,
Yeah.
and you can be able to do even the therapy. You can see there is cognitive, recognize,
Yeah.
behavior, two-way, the other person's behavior and your behavior, and the therapy, of course, because they are coming to you with the hope of getting the solution.
Yes.
So I just need to add that one. That one is very much important.
Crucial. Yeah.
Now, coming back to your the response that again, can you try to paraphrase the question once again so that I can give you the best answer? Just try to paraphrase it.
Yeah. Your personal struggles, like mentally. Ina record poa sana. Nilikuwa nishaichungulia.
Na ziko hizo? Oh.
Hii yake ndio bad sio.
Firstly, we need to know one thing.
Okay.
Kids or children who are bullied, it affects them so much. And especially like in the olden days. You know, in the olden days, sorry, our parents, they were like military, I tell you.
Okay.
You need to go to school and come back. Done. Anyway, that time, if somebody got in that scenario of being bullied, I remember there were these fights, we were calling them closing fights,
Yes.
opening fights, you know?
Yes.
And if still if you are there and you remember, maybe you told me to come, no one told me to close or open the fight. And I'm trying to speak to our viewers here, parents, guardians, kindly. Every time you meet the child after school, just have some time with them. Even if you're not asking directly if they were bullied, just listen, just have a talk with them. At least you can be able to assist them. So that in the future when they grow into adulthood, they don't transfer that anger because of, those traumatic events, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders,
Yeah.
when they are adults. Because it can affect their families.
Yes.
It can affect them where they are working. It can affect their future. So, to be sincere, bullying, whichever way, even if it's not a physical one, it is not advisable. Because a child does not know what is good or what is not good. So the minute they are bullied, and even sometimes you get bullied by the educators, or the educators, they are there, they listen when a child is being bullied. Like you can see it in the social medias, you know, even the beating.
Yeah.
You see somebody is beaten. I saw one video. I saw one video the other day. Social media. Hey, social media, you are funny. A teacher starts a fight in a school,
Yeah.
and then they box. He is boxed by the students. Now, I think maybe, yeah, I saw it. It was all over in the social media. Then, I am not now about the student who boxed the teacher.
Yeah.
I am about now, how did that child grow? Maybe they were bullied when they were in primary school.
Yes.
And anytime they see somebody, they want to make sure that they cannot be bullied. I'm not supporting that. Please, parents also, speak to our children, please. Don't go fighting like that. It's not fair.
Yeah.
You know, that person who is teaching you, even if you don't have respect to them, respect their career.
Yeah.
Teachers, they are very good. Anyway, the point is very clear. Children who are bullied, they will always have problems. Even when they come at home, they don't feel like socializing with the brothers and sisters, or maybe the cousins. They don't feel like socializing with the brothers and sisters, maybe the cousins. And even the sleeping habits,
Yeah.
they change. Even the diet.
Yes.
And most importantly, the schoolwork, they will deteriorate in their grades. So bullying is not okay, and it really, really, really affects people. Even not about even the children. Sometimes somebody who was bullied when they were young, when they are adults, they want to return that favor. I don't know, that favor in quotes, because it's not something good.
Yeah, we call it the traumas.
Yeah, that's what I said about the PTSD.
Yeah.
Because there was that traumatic event, or that being bullied. Can you imagine somebody, a ball is just over the window. I can remember one particular gentleman. That guy was really bullying people. However, he could not bully me. Because of where I came from.
From your background.
My parents, you could not try.
Yeah, so for today's session, I will end there. I'm really very grateful to host you. It's a privilege. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, Wakilisha. Thank you so much, our viewers.
Yes.
I'm saying our because when we start being together, we become partners.
Okay.
Thank you so much for giving me also the opportunity to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much also for the people at the back end. You know, most of the time they are usually forgotten. You can find me at the social media.
Yeah.
Just type Jomwek Services
Okay.
in Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. That's where you can be able to find me. You can go there, just DM me for purposes of safety and security.
Yeah.
Let them just use the DM. The DM is much better.
Better. Yeah.
And then after that, then somebody can, I can look for ways on how to contact the person. For your information, here alone, here in where we work here in Kuwait, I know you are there. You have asked for my advice, and you know I have supported you. And most of you, you have done me very, very, very good, ensuring that you listen to my advices.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And as we always discuss,
Yes.
make sure that you assist any other person. You actually, you cannot come to me for therapy and you leave,
Yeah.
then another person will come for me. I'll send the person to you. So thank you so much. You know, because of client privacy, I cannot mention you. That one you know. So most of them here, you know, most of the viewers here around Kuwait,
Yes.
especially here, because this is where I have the large numbers
Yeah.
from all the nationalities. I know they will be viewing. They really have assisted me. Because when they come, I mentor them to be doing it on my behalf.
Yeah.
It's like when you call me and you tell me that you have such and such a problem, or you write to me, of course, because you start by the writing, then I'll ask you for your number, then I'll call you. You tell me, then I tell you, don't worry, I'm going to give you a solution. Then I'll call person F or person G. I tell them, please, do you remember the certain problem you had last time?
Yes.
I have somebody with that problem. And because we don't charge, you do this one for free. Because we live in the community, and you need to make sure that the next person besides you is safe mentally. So we do it for free. Many of them have assisted me. And once again, you know, I cannot, because of client privacy, I cannot speak about them. Yes. Just come to Mweu Services, Instagram, TikTok, X, and Facebook. Give me a message and be patient with me. It might take a little time. However, I always make sure I respond to all the messages. And thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure, Jamwek.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.